3 weeks ago, I bought a 2005 Bentley Continental GT from a track experience company, which basically means it's been abused harder than a rental on our holidays. Since then, I found broken electrics, core cylinder sleeves, and dashboard light that it lights up like a Christmas tree for disappointment. So yes, I technically own a Bentley, but really what I bought is very heavy, very expensive project car. Let's see how bad this gets. And we're back to the channel. Right, so let's run through what we have already accomplished just in a few weeks. The boot is now working, spoiler needs to be fixed. The cable itself for the active spoiler is here. So I'm gonna run through what we're gonna do with this. What else? All the ignition is working perfectly. Seats are installed, just the one of them obviously. Carpet is in, back seats are on. Most of the trimming in the car is actually installed. Seats are working, heating seats working, everything works. We're still missing the passenger side seat, but I'm not gonna be putting this because we don't have a space from other side to install the seat. And also, just in case if we need to lift the carpet once more to check the chassis module or something else, gonna do the last. One of the guys from the YouTube, I think his nickname is Bentley on a Budget, actually pointed me out that to check those two buttons because they might be actually mixed up. Well, not buttons mixed up, but the wiring of it, because they have exactly same plugs and they can reach both sides. So I'm gonna check this one now. Then I need to remove the door card and check why the keyless entry doesn't work, because I think it could be actually unplugged, as the door card itself, I'm not sure if you can see it, is pretty loose. Other comment that I want to respond is actually, I can't remember who was commenting this, but he was saying, oh, why don't you working on the engine and the transmission or trying to get it started and this and that. First thing, we need the engine for this car because this engine has a serious bad scoring. Second thing, if we want sorted out all the electrical issues and we're gonna install the engine into a car and we're gonna have somewhere a short circuit and it's gonna go to the ECUs, we're gonna blow up the ECUs or even damage the engine. We don't want to risk that. Second thing, no, that's a third thing, isn't it? That's a third thing. So the third thing is, actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you. Come on. I'm gonna show you what I have done and how I messed it up. Right, so I was thinking to actually change the starter motor on this car and just try to start it, you know, this engine as it is, scored. But the problem is, the engine is actually on the ground. Why? Because this is the procedure you need to actually do to change the starter motor. So we need to take out the turbos, we need to take out drive shaft, we need to take out catalytic converter, and then you're gonna see the starter. Then there is a two bolts, one bolt from one side, another bolt from another side. And then afterwards, when you untighten those bolts, it's not the end, you still need to remove the engine mount brackets. So I just decided to buy a new engine. Well, it's not new, it's a used engine, but I just gonna buy the engine and I'm just gonna do engine swap. And that's it. When the all electronics and everything is gonna be sorted out, I'm actually gonna be putting the other engine, gonna start the car and probably gonna drive off. Hopefully. The only thing is, the engine is gonna be picked up on Saturday. So today is a Sunday. So next Saturday is gonna be 5th, I think so. 5th of October? I'm guessing it's 5th of October. So basically when you're gonna be watching this video, I'm gonna be going on my way to Manchester to pick up the engine. And then on the following week, I should release the video when we installing the engine, and maybe it's gonna be a first start up or maybe not. It all depends the condition of the engine. I asked the guy to send me some pictures with a camera, or how it's called. I don't know how that specific tool called, but basically you're putting the camera through the spark plug holes and then you can actually see if there's any scoring or if there's not. And the good thing is that engine that I actually buying doesn't have any scoring, so I don't really care if there's gonna be a head gasket issue or something else, because this is a minor. We still need to have a nice block to reinstall everything around it, and I don't want to change any pistons, rings, or even the crankshaft bearings, because as you can see, I'm working 5-on-5 meter garage, which is basically two console garages connected, and I really do not have that much space at the moment to do a big massive jobs. Obviously this somehow doesn't work for me, and I'm still taking those kind of jobs. Something is wrong with me. help. And we gonna check the buttons actually now. So we need to remove the trimming and see if the wiring is actually on the right direction. If it's actually in the wrong direction, it's gonna be, let's say, pretty easy fix. Now the wiring is actually changed. If this gonna work, dude, you're gonna be a lifesaver. If not, then we will need to do a troubleshooting. Right, let's turn the ignition on. First thing, let's try the mirrors. No, mirrors still... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Dude, seriously? It works! Bentley on a budget. I don't know your name, but you're absolutely a legend. Let's see if it's gonna fold. No, the mirror itself still don't want to fold, so I think it might be something disconnected in there. Now, look, we even got a light on the oh my god. And it actually works! Yes! Dude, you're a legend! Okay, that was actually a very easy repair because my dumb ass mixed up the wiring, even though it's exactly same exactly same connectors. But Bentley on a budget, you're getting a thumbs up for this. Literally, you're gonna get a karma points and whatever you want. You're a legend, man. Thank you. Right, one problem now solved. Let's jump straight on that door card. So I'm gonna show you actually how to remove it. So you need to remove the bottom section in here, and then you need to remove this plastic inside of the handle, and then I think there is one bolt underneath, and then you're gonna see all the screws untighten. Just peel it out and it should be as easy as you just said. Hopefully that's gonna be that case. So there is 3 bolts in the top, well, in a door handle in here. Then there is 2 bolts in here in section where the buttons was, and then there is 1 bolt underneath the door card, but I think that bolt now is actually tightened. So I can see already there is some kind of the plug unplugged. So I'm hoping that when I'm gonna plug this back, everything gonna start working again. Right, so that plug that I found, it's actually from the small speaker on the side. So this is nothing to do with the keyless entry, and all the rest, it looks actually okay. So the only thing that I will need to do now is actually to remove everything. I cannot believe how many speakers are in this car, look. So this is the one speaker, this is the second speaker, and the third one is actually inside of the doors. That's why the music sounds so good in this car. Is this, I'm guessing, gonna be the keyless entry? Looks like it. So now I need to actually trace what's going on inside, because it could be that that button is actually broken. I'm not too sure if I need to remove the motor itself. Probably I do, so I'm just gonna remove the window regulator motor. That's how it's called, isn't it? And then we're gonna remove this. Right, so I just checked the button and I think the button itself have been failed. So I will need to order a new button for the door handle. But it's not a big issue. I mean, it's a keyless system, so I actually don't even like keyless systems in the cars because it's just easier for thieves to steal the car. So the next step, again, reassemble everything how it was before. And then I need to check that those 2 buttons for the fuel cap and the trunk or boot. Whatever country you are, so it's, you know what I mean. In 3, 2, 1, and everything back, and everything is back. And the door card is actually back in a place. But this whole job well done, it was just kind of useless. Because I actually found a real problem why those two buttons doesn't work. And let me show you what's actually wrong with that. So I took this all apart and was thinking that this car is actually, you know, sitting in a field with open windows. It might be some water in there. And then I opened it and was like, oh, hold on a minute, what's this? And as you can see, there's actually some corrosion going on in here. So let's try to take it out. So I'm assuming, I'm not too sure if you can see it. I'm assuming that contacts on this is actually broke, probably. Or I might just need to try to clean this one off and it might come off. Right, now it's time to check it if the button's actually now working after the repair. So let's put the key into the ignition and see. Oh, there is no ignition. For real? Oh, here it is. Something happened, probably glitch or something. Right, so pressing the button and the fuel cap should... Yeah, boy. So now, those buttons actually now working, so I can assemble that back. And also, what I need to do, I need to install this bottom part of the panel back in a position. Obviously check what kind of screw is that and why it's like this, because it doesn't look right. And then I'm gonna try to remove the roof lining and actually try to just reglue it, because everything is kind of a bit soggy and dropped. I'm kind of happy how it looks now, but I'm still missing the trim on the side, which I don't even have. And I think I'm gonna change this anyway, because there's a couple of brackets on the side that's actually broken. So I just had to improvise, let's say that. Right, let's give a good quick clean on the side so it doesn't look bad. And then we can actually start trying to fix the driver's seat, I guess. Right, for sewing the seats, I actually bought a leather needle set, I think it's called. So I'm gonna try and sew it with this set. So I'm gonna try to sew it. I never done any leather work in my entire life, so I don't know how it's gonna even turn up. But if it's gonna look great, I'm gonna be happy with it. If it's not, then you will guys have to let me know, some kind of the interior work trimming guys who does the sewings or fixes the seats. Honestly, it doesn't look great. So I would actually prefer that somebody would do this professionally, because it took me like half an hour just to sew this and it looks crap. Admit it, it just looks terrible. It's not what the Bentleys are about. So if there's anyone who does the interior work, trimming, sewing or whatever, could you please drop me a comment or email or anything? I would like to speak to you and see if we could actually send the seats, probably both of them, to you, one of you guys, and so it would be retrimmed. I would also, like I said, I would like to have Alcantara in the middle and the leather on the side. I think that would look great if that would be like a dark Alcantara. Even with the roof lining, I'm thinking to actually maybe to put the Alcantara on, and it might
actually look good. Just let me know in the comments, what do you think? Should I put Alcantara in the middle or just leave it black leather everywhere? Right, as it's now raining, I won't be able to actually take it out the roof lining because I need to take it outside. As you probably know, I don't have any space. So what I'm gonna do next, I got actually the air suspension, and I'm gonna install the air suspension in the back, and I put all the arch linings as well. So then, on the following week's video, we can actually take the engine out of the car, put it a new one, and try to start it. Pavel,
Me, yes. Stop goofing around, yeah? Stop goofing around.
I got something for you.
Right, okay.
This is for you, but
for me, right.
yes, but
Look at that.
you have to do advertising now for it. In 3, 2, 1, go.
So I have to do advertising for Top Don Jump Surge JS 2000. Thank you for the gift. That's all. It's very good to have good neighbors. So yeah, this is a solid brand, this Top Don. I have purchased several stuff from that brand, and yeah, it's quite solid, heavy. So that looks like it's got some power in it. And yeah, I've read the comments that I should stop saying like all the time, so I'll try to. Same brand as the one we've tried to start the Bentley with, and his Jeep, and that was actually cranking up the Jeep from the power bank itself, 4-liter petrol Jeep. So yeah, this one's slightly smaller, but it should still have quite a lot of juice.
The funny thing is, Top Don itself is actually contacted me over the email, and they were saying that we're using a wrong power bank. Well, not a power bank, jump start. So this one apparently is some kind of the Jump Surge 2000.
Surge.
So I'm assuming this one is gonna start your car at least like 4 to 5 times with a full battery, or even actually more. We haven't tested yet, but I'm assuming it's actually gonna work properly. As Pavel mentioned before, we actually have different one, which is from the Top Don as well, and it works perfectly. So if you want to buy one of those, what you need to do?
Buy it.
If you're interested in any Top Don stuff, you actually can click the link in the description and get one for yourself. Right, as the advertising is now over, we actually got the air suspension here, and we're gonna start putting them in right now. Just the only question is, I'm not even sure if it has a sides. I mean, if this is a left side or is a right side. So I'm just gonna try to put this one in now and see if it's the right side or it's the left side. So let's give it on. So we kind of have now an issue that the car is locked and the key doesn't work anymore. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna attach the key to the selfie stick and see if we can get the ignition back, because now at the moment we are kind of in trouble. All right, let's give it a go. There's no ignition. And I cannot take the key out now.
Seriously?
Yep. Right, we got locked car with a locked key inside into the ignition, and the car doesn't respond. Why? Let's start with the good news. Good news is air suspension is in, all the connectors and everything is actually plugged in. I managed to unseize the calipers. The interior itself is nearly finished. I still need to sort it out who can fix those seats. And now the bad news is the car itself is actually locked. The key is inside of the ignition and I cannot take the key out. So with that terrible disappointment, I will have to end this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Also, I forgot to mention very important thing. 97% of you watching my videos are actually not subscribed. I don't know why you haven't subscribed yet. Make sure you're gonna hit that subscribe button right now. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's gonna help me to move forward. And yeah, don't forget also to comment and
Tell me, what should I do? How should I open this Bentley Continental GT? Because I have no idea how to actually open it.